Ở cái đầu xe đó. Em bọc bên cái khu bên hông phía bên kia của chiếc xe đó là em đi đạp một tí.
Sa chú, sa chú, sa chú, sa chú, sa chú.
And I hear some noise, people who are detractors. And I am sorry that they do not know how to open their hearts and to learn to love and to meet and greet one another. But please be assured, we are a welcoming community, and we are honored to have you journey through here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, official and law enforcement, and then the director here of this hotel that hosted us here tonight. Thank you so much for all the effort and all the love and hospitality hosting us here and escorting us throughout this day. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, how are you? Good. I know that you're very cold now.
No, we're warm.
Huh?
We're warm.
It worth it? Show me how worth it is it. It is. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for all that love, all that hospitality and support from all of you. Thank you so much. Even though in this freezing weather, I don't know how to count people, but everywhere we walk today, it just pack up people along the road and almost squeeze us on both sides, try to squeeze all the monks together. And here when we come here, and a lot of people here as well, and how long have you spent to wait for us today? Hours? 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. There are people that spend a lot of hours here waiting for the venerable monks, right? And you say it's worth it, and I hope that is the truth. Okay, so peace is something that we have been looking for, and that is why we ignore all that weather and everything else around us. Is that right? We just here trying to find some peace, and we're just here to support each other. We are here to show love to each other, and that is what the world should be, right? We don't need any more hatred. We don't need any more anger. We don't need any of that. We need love. We need respect. Is that right? Yes. And that is something that we've been missing in this life, in this world. And this year of 2026, I would respectfully ask all of us to change, to make it different. Learn how to respect the others. Learn how to love the others as you love yourself. Learn how to love the other as you love your family members and your loved one. It means that loving kindness. It doesn't matter what people say, what people do out there. We still try to give them love, as loving kindness has no boundaries. If we can do that, we will have peaceful day, peaceful life. It doesn't matter what the world throwing at us. If we stay focused, if you be able to manage your emotion, you will have a peaceful life. Remember, always remember, if you act, if you react, you suffer for sure. If you refuse to react, you stay calm, your day will be much better and peaceful. It's because we always react to things around us. That is why we suffer. And I truly hope that this year of 2026, we will not react the way we used to be anymore. Okay? So, for peace, I always say that we need to practice to bring peace from within. It's not peace, anything that is from out there. It doesn't matter what belief we have, what faith, what religious we practicing. It really doesn't matter. But there's the only way that we can have peace for ourselves is to be mindful. Without mindfulness, we cannot find peace. You already know that yourself for many years. Because of living without mindfulness, we've done a lot of things. We harm ourselves, we harm the others. That's what we've been doing. And the more we do that, the suffer we are. We cannot change ourselves, we cannot fix ourselves, we cannot help ourselves. And then when we live that way, even though we have this world, even though we live like right now as a human being, but if we keep doing that to ourselves, it's just like we living in somewhere that is really, really suffer, let's say hell. If we keep on living that way, we suffer, even though we are human beings. Which human beings shouldn't we suffer like that? We deserve better. Don't let people try to say something, do something to control us. Slavery time has been gone. And we don't need to think of it. We don't need to hold on into those anger and hatred. All those history, sadness history has been gone. Nobody can change that history. The history is the past. We cannot change it. But we can change the way of accepting it, facing it. We can change the way of us how to deal with that. That I always said, let all those hatred and anger seed within loving kindness and compassion. Let all those wounds be healed within loving kindness and compassion, so that peace can bloom and flourish throughout our world, which is our inside world, and throughout this world, this universe. If we could do that, just letting go of all those, learn how to love each other with loving kindness, learn how to respect the others and respect ourselves, doing good things, avoid doing unwholesome things to ourselves. That is how we love ourselves. That is how we work towards peace. If we keep doing that, I promise you, your day will be much, much better. We don't have to go back to the old days anymore. And of course, practicing mindfulness is something that we really need to do. Mindfulness is something that is within our breath. It doesn't matter what belief we have. I already mentioned it. What religion we are, what faith we are. Breath is always with us. Either be all kind of beings, human beings, we have our breath, breathing in and out. Without the breathing, we die. So while we have this breath, we utilize this breath to do something better for ourselves, which is add awareness to each and every single breath going in and out. Without awareness of each breath, we are always sidetracked. We cannot stay focused. And that's what we have been doing. Now that we walk to this side of the country, we share with you the key, which is mindfulness practicing. With that mindfulness practicing, all you need to do is just pay attention to each and every breath going in and out. Each breath go in, you're aware of that breath. The breath going out, you're aware of that breath. Just pay attention to each and every breath. That's all we need to do. And then when we pay attention to each and every breath, of course, we will see our thoughts. We have all kind of thoughts, all kind of thinking. The past, the future, bad and good. As long as those thoughts pop up, we are not trying to eliminate any kind of thoughts. Instead, we try to acknowledge it, to observe those thoughts. Any thought pop up, you acknowledge it as thought, come back here with the breathing. And then when you breathe in, breathe out again, another thought pop up. Believe me, all kind of thought and millions of thought is going to pop up one after another. If we are not mindful, we will be overwhelmed with thoughts, and that is when we feel stress, anxiety, and depression. So, if you see any thought pop up within that moment when you do the breathing, all you need to do is just observe that thought, acknowledge it silently in your head. That's thought. Come back with the breathing by the nostril. Breathe in and out the way it is naturally. Don't force your breath. Just breathe normally. And then another thought pop up. When a different thought pop up, all you need to do is just acknowledge that thought again. Acknowledge it, come back to the breathing. Acknowledge it, come back to the breathing. That's all we need to do. And then, when we feel any kind of sensation within this body, itchy, numb, pain, just observe those feelings. And then come back with the breathing again. When you hear noise, when you hear talking, when you hear any type of sound, just acknowledge those as sound. If we don't catch it, if you don't let it bother you and just go into this ear and then go out to the other ear, it's because we think that those sound is talking about us and things like that, and it's bothering us, and that's why we keep it inside of our head. So now, all we need to do is just acknowledge it's just a sound. Sound just comes and goes just like the wind. It will never stay. Right? It will never stay. It just comes and goes just like the wind comes and goes. And so acknowledge those as sound. Come back to our breathing again. Sound, come back to our breathing again. That's all we need to do for this mindfulness practicing. If we can practice this every day of our life, you will change your life completely. This can cure anxiety. This can cure depression. Okay? And of course, it will help us with our work. It helps us with our school. It helps us to stay focused. It helps us know what to say, what to do, so that we can have a peaceful life. If we don't practice this and we just gonna listen to the talk and then come home, go home, back to the normal life, and then we will be the same. There will be nothing new for us, which we don't want that. But I express my vow with you all the time, many times that I say, because of seeing so much sufferings around me. And that is the reason why I choose to walk for peace, trying to raise the awareness of peace to all the people who I meet along the road, hoping that everyone will pause for a moment, will stop everything from doing, just to look back within to find some peaceful moment. And then from there, if you found that peaceful moment, you will realize it is important for us. And then from there, you can start to learn more, to practice more, to bring peace for yourself. We cannot expect the world to bring peace to us. There will be no world peace whatsoever. But we have to create our world be at peace first, which is our inside world. Each and every one single one of us have our inside world. And that world is a mess. It's really a mess. We collected all kind of things in it. That I always say this trash. Because all those bad habits, bad thinking, all those unhappy things in life, all those are trash. We cannot be used. Those cannot be used. It's just going to bother us. Those just gonna make us suffer every single time when we think of it. Is that right? So if all those thinking, all those defilement minds, all those unwholesome things in our head, if keep popping up one after another, of course we suffer. Of course we suffer. If without those, if we only have mindfulness, if we only have peace, if we only have like wholesome thing in our head, then of course our day is always different, happy, peaceful. It's because of all kind of defilements in our head, in our mind. That's why we suffer. And now that we practice in mindfulness, try to manage all those things. Not trying to eliminate, but trying to manage. Once you see it, once you acknowledge those thoughts, those unwholesome things, or unwholesome thoughts, without your lover for 1 hour before bed, which is take that 1 hour to do the breathing. Take that 1 hour to have a silent moment for yourself. Find a peaceful room, silent room. Do the breathing. When you do that breathing, that lover won't bother you because it's not with you. Of course, don't bring it with you to that room. You have to lock him or her up and put it in the drawer. Okay? Or turn it off. Then go to that room, do the breathing. After you do the breathing, you go to sleep. That is how you have a peaceful night. Because wandering, checking all those things online, even if you have to walk for peace, it's okay. You don't need to. Okay? Wandering online just going to give you more stress. You cannot go to sleep that easy. Instead of just wiping it off right away when you wash your face and you brush your teeth, when you wipe it off, it's very easy, right? Just one time, it's gone. But if you leave it there, spots on that mirror, now after a month, you realize that this mirror is become blurry. I cannot see myself anymore. Now that you need to find something to clean it, now you have to spend time to go to Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart. Try to get some chemical and cleaning tools, products. Is that right? Now you go home, you have to spend a lot of time and effort trying to clean that mirror. What I want to tell you is that mirror is your mind. That mirror is your mind. Because we have recorded all kind of sufferings, all kind of bad things in our mind. It's become blurry each and every day. And that is why we suffer. That is why we cannot think thoroughly. That's why it's very difficult for us to solve the problem. That's why we react with anger. That's why we react with hatred and all those things. So we need to clean our mirror every single time. When we use it, it means every single time when you bump into a problem, instead of record it deep inside it and then bring it home and think it over and over, that I always say, chewing it over and over. We don't need to chew it over and over anymore, because just one thing, if we cannot let it go right at that moment, we always bring it back home, and then we live with it for the rest of our life. That's how it works. When it's already recorded in our mind, it will follow us all the time. So when you run into a problem, the first thing you should do is just tell yourself, this is not necessary to keep. This is not good for me. This is defilement. This is just going to harm me. It cannot bring any good to me. I will not keep it. Take a deep breath. Come back here with this present moment, which is each and every breath going in and out. Take deep breath if you need. Take deep breath if you need. Whenever that thought, whenever that the problem pop up in your mind, shift it to a different things. Think of the person who motivate you. Think of the person who can bring you joy. Or sing a song that you like. Do not listen to that voice anymore.
Hey Dre, it should be clearing up here enough in a minute or two, okay? Hey, how are you? Where are you?
อายุสายกบุญธรรมนุรังเกบัมบิสัมบภูเตสุมาณสังภาวะเยปริมาณังโอตังอโตจติริยังจาสัมบาดังอเวรังสัมบาตังติตังจรังนิสินโนวามสยาโนวายาวตันสวิกตมินโตเอตังสัตถินสตินเทยบังมะเมตังวิหารังหิตมาหุดินตินจานุปกัมมสิติติสัมปิติโยวิวาจันตุสัมบโรโกวินาสตุมาเตภวันตังดารายุสุขีติกายุโกมวาบิวาดานาสิเลสนิจจังพุทธาปัจจายโนจันตารโอธัมมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังบาลังมาวตุสัมบมังกลังราคังตุสัมบเดวตามสัมบบุญธานุภาเบนะสดาสนทิภวันตุเตมาวตุสัมบมังกลังราคังตุสัมบเดวตาสัมบธัมมานุภาเวนะสดามสนทิมวันตุเตมวันตุสัมบมังกลังราคังตุสัมบเดวตาสัม